Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 15 of the Rush That Base series. This is that series where we rush to Town Hall 7 all the way to Town Hall 12 for the sake of clan castle troops. And that's most of the time what most of you guys out there are doing with your rush bases. Now, here's the thing that sucks about a rush base. It's not normally our main account. Normally, we are using these types of accounts to support another account. And unfortunately, I have to apologize to my clanmates in Paradox Reloaded because I kind of forgot to log in on this account for a few days. We've been working so hard on the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series that I've kind of neglected the rush base, and that is what always seems to happen, is that I got this base and I want to work on it and we got so much to do, but then I forget to log in on it because I'm so incredibly busy in other places. So here's what we got going on this account. We got 3 builders that we need to put down today, and we've been working on a little bit of farming this morning after I realized, oh man, I haven't logged into the rush base in a few days. So we've been able to steal 8 million gold and then 4 million elixir and then 80,000 dark elixir. So we have enough to put our queen back down. And I did want to talk about a certain question that was asked here on YouTube in the previous video. So we got one here that says, tell me, how do I carry on playing this game without burning out? So we did do a video back in the Town Hall 9 free-to-play series talking about burnout and how much it can be a grind. One of the things about Clash of Clans, if you are not a competitive player or you're not in a very active clan, is that playing alone can become very, very boring. And then also grinding. All you're doing is grinding, trying to max out your defenses, max out your heroes, or do like the YouTubers say, find the next best strategy and push up to 5,000 in trophies. It gets tiring. And so one of the things that even for me, as somebody who's trying to be a very positive influence for you here on YouTube and showing you that you can do these things without spending any cash on it, it does get very tiring. I'm not going to lie to you. We've been grinding walls on the Town Hall 10 and we haven't made it very far. Only like 25 pieces at 2 million a pop. So it's tough. You got to really hang in there and try to find a clan that's like-minded that you can talk to, hang out with. You can also try to trophy push. You can try to improve your army. But at the end of the day, this game is a game of repetition and growth. And if you have a good clan, normally you can help each other out along the way and become better and try to stay active and entertained throughout it. But again, it can become very boring. And speaking on becoming boring, I'm probably becoming quite boring, and I'm going to try to find a base real quick that we can hit. I do have a full army to include clan castle troops, and one of the questions that keeps getting asked in the comments section down below is how to push trophies fast. And realistically, there's really no right or wrong answer to that. You just have to have a very suitable army. If you're using a Barch or an all goblin army, you're more than likely not going to be able to push very high. But if you're using like a balloon army or the miner army or P.E.K.K.A. armies, you should be able to win enough trophies in order to push up and steal loot as well as gain those trophies. And we're trying to get up into Masters League right now for those 3,000 gems. Let me find a base real quick and I will be right back. Must give them the power. We need to boost up the army right here. So I love the power potions for the Rush Space series, mainly because we're still working with level 3 miners. And the level 3 miners don't do very well against the higher defenses. We got another rush player, and I'm seeking out very dead bases for a reason, because my army is incredibly weak. Now we're going to target the top side of this base because there's a lot of loot up here, and we really want to get that town hall taken care of. Looks like we got, what is that, looks like a level 1. So that's a level 1 town hall 12. We do have a wall wrecker that we have the ability to generate. Remember, we did push up to Town Hall 12. That way we can generate those wall wreckers. So we do need to protect that wall wrecker just a little bit because we want it to open up the core of the base. So we got the queen walk moving back behind it, and there is a P.E.K.K.A. inside that wall wrecker. So the wall wrecker is going to move towards the town hall. And can the P.E.K.K.A. get in there and take down the town hall? Probably not, because she's going to get distracted by the enemy queen. Oh my gosh, she's such a jerk. Okay, so we're going to use a baby dragon on that side. We got an air defense in there. P.E.K.K.A. is going to get taken out by the defenses in the core. So we're going to wait for that queen to move in on that air defense, and then we're going to drop a baby dragon. Well, maybe not. Let's go ahead and move the miners in from this side. So move miners in, and baby D is going to take out some buildings over there to keep the miners on track. Let's tie in our ground warden, and let's drop a heal spell in this location since we got to deal with a bomb tower. All right, so Queen is having to deal with that air defense now, and our miners are on the town hall. We got to use the Grand Warden's ability, one, because we do have a Barbarian King also distracting our miners. So the miners are distracted for a moment. We only got a few seconds out of that Grand Warden. Unfortunately, we do not have a potion for our heroes, so we can't bump them up 5 levels, which is quite unfortunate for us. But our miners are still going down here in the bottom side of the base. Looks like they kind of spread out a little bit on us. So let's go ahead and try to heal this group up over here. And let's get rid of these wall breakers because I don't want to mess up my army. And looks like we're going to walk away with a little bit of the loot. We got a bunch of loot down here in the bottom side of the base, and the miners are taking their sweet time to get down there. Now, this group right here got roasted by that Wizard Tower. Wizard Tower is a very incredibly powerful defense versus the miners, as I've mentioned multiple times in previous videos. But this is just one method that you could use if you are using miners. You could use P.E.K.K.A.s, you could use balloons if you're trying to steal trophies. Again, I'm trying to go after that 1,000 gems that's in the League All-Star achievement. That way I can continue to boost my army. I use my gems to boost my army since I have all of the builders available. Miners have worked their way down through the bottom. Queen is caught on a wall. We're going to need to use her ability to get her through that and try to get her down there with the bottom, to take out these defenses right here. Unfortunately, there's some dark elixir there, and we got some elixir and a darn wizard tower. We got a darn wizard tower down there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so healers have transferred to our miners. We got 7 seconds. Come on, you could do it. You could do it. And a little bit of gold. Not a little bit. That's 100,000 gold. I hate you guys. And here we are back at the Bat Cave called the Town Hall 12. So we do have the gold to put down the clan castle. And so the reason behind putting down the clan castle is that we can unlock the ability to request other siege machines. Now, we don't have a lot of people in our clan that can donate them, but you never know. I could bring my 13 over here and feed myself every once in a while. You just never know. So we're going to go ahead and put that down for 6 million gold. So that takes away a lot of our gold. We were going to upgrade our town hall, but we got to have 10 million gold to do that. So I'm really in no rush. We need to go ahead and get our clan castle caught up a little bit. We are still working on offensive, and we're not really transitioning into the defenses because even though the base does look horrible, we need to try to strengthen our army, and that includes our heroes along the way because they do play a major role in the upgrade process. Speaking of another upgrade that we're going to do is we're going to drop down our dark elixir storage. That way we can house more dark elixir, and it's going to cost us 2 million elixir to do so. Speaking of achievements, we did claim we destroyed 250 Inferno Towers in multiplayer battles. Very nicely done. So we do get a free 200 gems, and now we have to wait until we clear 5,000 Inferno Towers to gain 1,000 gems. But speaking of 1,000 gems, I've mentioned this multiple times over the last couple of series. The League All-Star is where you get a lot of free gems. And when we go to Masters League, we get a free 1,000 gems. Now, when we go to Champions League, you get another 2,000 gems. So, I mean, that's some builders if you don't have it. Or you can use it like I'm using it and boost your army when you decide that you want to play for an extended period of time. All right, so let me go ahead and find a base. And let's see if we can get back in there and find another dead one. Ooh, this doesn't look too bad. But we do have some live Inferno Towers. I'm going to pass up on that. Not a lot of equal loot all the way around. I like to try to find both the gold and the elixir about the same. And this is a heavy elixir army. So if you're trying to find a lot of elixir or you're trying to farm elixir, you might want to switch over to a Barch army because it does come in really fast when you're using an army that only costs about 70,000 gold and 70,000 elixir. All right, so we do have ourselves a very dead base, and looks like where's the elixir here? So we got a lot of elixir down here, and we got a ton of gold. Oh my gosh, look at all that gold up there. Woo! All right, so let's do this. We got an air defense in there. We got archer towers surrounding the area. Let's do this. Let's bring the queen down from this side. We're going to hold on to that wall rector for the town hall's location. But we need to make sure that this queen actually travels through the gold. And she's going to take a while. She's only level 14. At the end of this episode, we're definitely putting her down for upgrade again to level 15. Because even though the king is kind of falling behind, I want to do a little bit of queen walking with that higher level queen. But we got a long ways to go before we get to that higher level queen. I mean, you guys know how this dark elixir grind goes, especially if you're like a Town Hall 9 or a Town Hall 10 or something. It is just brutal. All right, so let's see if we can kind of keep the queen from turning to her right. We want her to go to her immediate left. And we're going to take out some buildings with the baby dragon here. So she's working on an air defense tying up that archer tower. And we do have our Barb King in the composition. We might be able to use him actually. So let's do this. Let's try to kind of distract here. We're going to distract a little bit. We're going to use our wall wrecker in this location to travel towards the town hall. King's ability's got to be used because he is very, very weak. Let's use the rage spell on our queen over there, and let's send our miners through this location to deal with that archer tower. Queen's got to battle it out with the enemy king. We do have our grand warden. Let's send him with the miners, and looks like the P.E.K.K.A. has escaped. She's escaped the wall wrecker on the opposite side, and the miners are now on the enemy queen, which is actually good for us because we want her to get rid of, we want them to get rid of her before she gets rid of our queen. Now, here's the problem about our miners. Miners are spreading out now, so they're going in 3 different locations instead of staying grouped up. So the warden is going to pick one of the larger groups and stick with them, or link in with the queen, which looks like what he's doing right now. So let's drop our heal spell in this location here, and we're going to drop another heal spell on this side because we want the miners to keep going. And we got some elixir right there, and let's drop a giant, and let's drop a baby dragon there. Let's see, where'd the miners go? So the miners, they have stolen the healers from our queen. So the queen and the warden are together. Let's use the warden's ability because these miners right here are on a wizard tower. So we want to kind of protect them for a moment. And I don't think we necessarily needed wall breakers in this composition at all. Okay, so miners are successful. Queen does die. Miners are successful throughout the base. Now, unfortunately, there is some elixir right there. So the miners are working around the bottom side of the base, grabbing some elixir down here. And not too bad. This area, not too worried about this area right here. Not too concerned about it. They got the town hall. Not a big deal. The P.E.K.K.A. did a good job over there. And then the miners are going to probably go back towards the right side of the screen instead of going where I want them to go, which is towards the left. And I just want this stuff right there. Let's see. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Back towards the right where they went. So it is what it is. We got 15 seconds. Not going to be enough to get all the loot off of this base, but they got most of it. Most of it, which is not a bad thing. Not enough miners there to get the job done. Probably should have held onto a baby dragon, but I dropped it on the right side to grab elixir on that side instead. So we kind of missed out on a little bit of a dark elixir. It is what it is. And on that note, I do believe that is going to wrap us up for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put this queen down for upgrade at 67,000 dark elixir. Not that big of a deal because we are finding quite a bit of dark elixir up here in the current league that we are at, but there's just no telling how it's going to look when we cross into Masters League. I've never been a rush player that actually tried to push at the same time. That's completely new for me. And if you made it to this part of the video, I must extend to you a very special good luck, guys. If this is what your main account looks like, this is not an easy task, and I understand the grind. There is a lot of work that is involved here, and if you just hang in there, I do extend a lot of good luck to you, and I hope that you stick around, and you know, I'll try to keep you company on this journey. This is a lot of work, guys. Trust me, I do understand the grind that goes involved with all of these accounts. I have so many different accounts, and I'm only playing like 2 of them actively for you guys here on YouTube, and then I have my main account that I do in Legends League on my own, in my own personal time. So if you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.